to Fatty's Over 40. How you doing today?
I'm doing okay. I mean, we have been struggling mightily with technology, but I think we have it figured out, and I think we're going to be able to roll.
Are you sure?
No.
I've done the entrance twice now.
I am not sure. So if you're looking for any kind of certainty, you come to the wrong spot. That is not happening today.
I mean,
all right. You almost threw your computer.
I did almost on my computer. That's why I had to say we're not going live at 6:30. We're going live at 7. And here it is 7:09.
I'm going to go fight Adobe in California. That's what I'm going to go do.
I want to fight Asus. So
Asus, we got a lot. We've got a lot of people to go fight.
Yeah, we're going to fight them.
All right, guys. Well, that was a good show. We got some people to go fight, so see you later.
Well, before we go fight everybody.
Yes.
What kind of drink you got for us today? This is another one of your concoctions. Which
I went festive holiday spirit.
You did go festive holiday spirit. I love it. I love it.
This is not, again, I'll tell you guys when I make something up. This is not something I made up. It is a classic World War II cocktail. It is called a French 75. And it is, we went champagne because it is New Year's Eve. So this has gin, lemon juice, simple syrup. And then
a little bit of champagne.
Top it with champagne.
I haven't tried it yet because we were trying to film videos and do everything else under the sun of getting monitors to work and all that kind of stuff. So let's see what this tastes like.
And use programs that we've already paid for, and they
like
should be there.
And installed on the computer.
Restart, uninstall, reinstall. Yeah, it's been a great evening so far, guys. It's been awesome.
Ooh.
That's fancy, right?
That's tasty.
Yeah, it is. That's smooth.
Delicious. I like it. I'm going to use every catchphrase I think we talk about. It's tasty. It's delicious.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I'm not really a big champagne guy. It does kind of hit you on the back end, but it's still good.
Yeah, but it's not overly, it doesn't overpower anything. I feel like champagne's kind of subtle.
Yeah.
It's more about the bubbles.
It is about the bubbly.
And
Gijo's in the house.
What up, Gijo? Gijo's doing his thing, hanging out,
doing
relaxing.
Gijo things.
Doing Gijo things.
Well, is this the first time you've ever had this?
Yeah, never made it before.
Okay, so rate it 1 to 5.
This one's solid, man. It's something I wouldn't do except for probably New Year's kind of time
because of the champagne.
Yeah. It's solid, though. I'm going to give it a 4.25.
Ooh.
Yeah.
See, I'm not a big champagne guy, even on New Year's, so I'm going to give it a 3.75. I think if it was a little bit sweeter for me, I'd like it a little better.
Okay.
You know,
I mean, we can make it sweeter. We can.
No, I know. I throw a little extra simple syrup, maybe a little bit more lime in it. Or lemon juice, sorry, because it's made with lemon juice.
Lime juice.
You know what I thankfully don't taste? Gin.
No gin.
Yeah,
I mean, there's gin in it, but
there's gin in it, but you can't taste it.
You can't taste the gin at all.
The flavor from the champagne and the lemon kind of wash it all out, which is actually really good.
It's a very, very well-balanced cocktail that tastes absolutely fantastic.
It's pretty good.
So,
it is pretty
considering you don't like champagne and you don't like gin, and you still gave it a 3.75, I'm going to take that as a win.
That is a win.
I feel like that's a win.
That's absolutely a win.
Solid win.
Yeah. Yup. Well, it's a new year coming up shortly. But before that, let's talk about what we did this past week.
Oh, we played our first away game.
We did play our first away game with an amazing guy who owns the cigar shop, Mike Simmons. He invited us on the show. He was a viewer last week. Left a couple comments on there for us, which we greatly appreciated. His cigar lounge, second to none.
Oh, man, it was amazing. I love that spot that he's got set up. It's got, you walk in, and it's got that old school vibe where you've got the exposed brick, open rafters, like just real cool. He's got all leather couches in there. It's just real slick.
So I found out because I had talked to him because I couldn't remember what it was. You know what that place used to be? Stables.
Really?
For the crematorium next door.
Interesting.
When they'd have to go out and pick up deceased individuals and bring them back for cremation and all that kind of stuff. Crematorium was next door at the bar where Fat Matt's is. And their building and the one next door to it were the stables for the horses.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's got big things going on there. If you guys like cigars or if you want to just go hang out there and have a drink, which is exactly what we did, hopefully He'll get the episode up. I had a blast. Go down and check it out. It's down off of roughly, what is that? 6th and just down from 6th and Sandusky. I don't know what the other street is down there, and I don't want to give the wrong. I can give its address up here in a minute. I will before we get out of here tonight. But we did a normal kind of takeover, a little bit. We got him a little tipsy as he asked for.
Yeah, he asked for it. We delivered.
We hit him with a trash panda, Tom. Got him with your drink. And then we actually did something that I've never done, and I don't know if you'd ever done it before, but we actually did a bourbon tasting live.
I had never done a bourbon tasting, and that was actually really cool.
I had no idea how to do that. I'd seen it done, but it was done kind of in a uppity manner, and I never really thought it'd be that fun to do it, but Simmons showed us how to do it and threw a little chocolate in there, and
he held our hand.
He did hold our hand.
He was very gentle.
He did.
He took his time. He eased into it.
Yeah.
He didn't just ram it home.
No.
I mean, I felt loved.
I did. So did I.
It was nice. It was very nice.
Patted me on the head when we were done.
I got a kiss on the cheek.
You did?
Yeah, I did.
Well, at least you got that.
Yeah.
Guess that's because I've known him longer. Maybe. I don't know. But yeah, we had a really, really, really good time, and I appreciate everything of him inviting us down. He said he wants to get us on for his next season, which I think could be even more fun.
Oh, yeah.
We'll bring some more drinks down, and hopefully he doesn't have to keep working afterwards, and because he did have to go back, right?
Yeah, he did have to go to work.
He called help in, help came, and then he went back. So
yeah, it was awesome, though. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a really cool experience. It was weird being on the other side of things, though. I felt like, I don't know, it just felt weird. Like, I don't know, because you're not at home.
Right.
At somebody else's house, so it felt kind of weird.
Yeah.
So
that makes sense, though. Mm-hmm. But had a blast. We hung out for a little while afterwards, had a few more drinks. The audio's on. It's on this level, not
I mean, we've got microphones everywhere.
Today. We're all screwed up today. It's fine.
For anybody that wasn't paying attention at the beginning, that wasn't here yet, we really are having troubles today. Technically, it's awful. Oh, good stuff though.
It is good stuff.
Oh, FYI, you did mention the location. We'll go ahead and give the address. It is 407 North 6th Street in KCK. That is the actual address.
I'm gonna point this more towards you.
Why are you fucking everything up, man?
'Cause, bro, you talk too goddamn quiet sometimes.
My microphone's fine. And when it goes out, the audio portion of the podcast is going to be fine. This is your side of things. This is fucked up by you.
No,
you need to fix it.
It is not.
Fix it.
It's Facebook. I know. I'm pushing it more towards you.
Fix it!
Try it. I'm trying, okay? Leave me alone.
God damn it. What the fuck?
Anyway, I hate you. I'm just playing.
I hate your face.
I don't hate you.
I hate your face.
Today, okay? You're just annoying.
We're
gonna fight again like
I'm
last
annoyed.
week.
I'm annoyed, but I'm not super angry right now, so that's fine. What are we going to do next? I forgot.
I don't know. What should we do? Well, before we get into our news stories like we normally do, got any big plans for next year besides this, making it grow? You got anything else? I mean, I want to talk about the one thing that I know because nobody needs to know about that.
Look how it gets bigger when I play with it. Hey, look. Check this out. Check this out. Hey. No, at the moment I don't have any plans. At least none that I'm going to talk about publicly on here.
Yeah, but I don't anything fun. You going anywhere? You plan to go anywhere?
No.
You going to go kick a fat kid in Kmart's parking lot?
You know what I probably will do is I probably will do a the face palm and just start pushing people down randomly. I might do a little of that.
You go to the mall and do that?
Oh yeah.
You go to the mall in Missouri,
or a Walmart actually. Walmart's fun for that too.
Walmart or Fight Back?
I'm okay with that.
Walmart fights back, dude. You don't want to go to Walmart and just like start clowning because those people fight back. They have nothing to lose. I mean, if you're just wanting to like randomly do that, I feel like you have to go to Target or like somewhere a little bit like maybe Price Chopper.
Okay.
I feel like Price Chopper, especially the Constantino's.
Oh yeah,
because they're kind of big out there.
Yeah. That might be good.
Hope for the holidays. They help out with that a lot. Just walk in there and just do the damn thing.
Oh man, So, yeah, what about you? You got anything big going on next year?
Well, we're going to go back to Vegas.
Okay.
In a couple weeks for the birthday again. Because why not?
It's always a good time.
Why not? I mean, why not go to Vegas?
Yeah.
And then we got the Disney cruise, which Tough Tony finally got his Christmas present.
Okay.
Which I couldn't talk about it last week, because he does actually listen to this. He shouldn't. His mom lets him. It's on her. It's not on me. I say no. She's like, he just wants to hear his dad. Like, his dad's a loser. What's he want to hear from him for?
Like, you shouldn't do that. You should not do that.
No, he really shouldn't.
Oh,
but,
man.
So we're going to go with another family, friends, of Wyatt. So they've got kids, plus one of the little boys was in his class, and they're like, it's one of his best friends. So it's going to be entertaining.
Maybe.
No, it's a Disney cruise. It's going to be entertaining.
Okay.
It's going to be entertaining. It
okay.
has to be entertaining. For as much as Mickey Mouse wants for all his shit, it has to be entertaining.
That's fair.
It has to be.
I mean, Disney doesn't normally...
They're not cheap.
Yeah, they don't slouch on things. If they do
True.
it, they tend to do it right.
That's why it costs an arm and a leg to go do anything with them.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, we would have never went to Disney World or Disneyland, whatever it was this past year, if it hadn't been for the cheap tickets that my wife got through her conference place that she did, whatever.
I always love that. When the wife travels, you get a free little trip out of it. I mean, you got to pay for airfare, but the hotel's already covered.
And, yep. And that's exactly what we did. The only thing we had to pay for was mine and Tough Tony's food and our entertainment, but our entertainment was discounted because it was all on property of Disney.
Beautiful.
So instead of paying $189 a person to go to a park, we paid like $75.
Nice.
Which doesn't suck. And that's when Tough Tony fell and had his whole face jacked up.
He went all hardcore parkour.
He did go hardcore parkour. Parkour! Oh!
Parkour!
This is what you don't do, kids.
That is such a great episode.
This is what you don't ever do. Speaking of Las Vegas.
Oh, I forgot. Yes, you're going to Vegas?
Yes.
And I gave you a Vegas story.
You
Look at that.
Give me a Vegas story. And
Boom!
I've actually seen this, not for Vegas stuff, but the AP put out today or not today, when was this put out? December 26th. So for those of you who don't know or don't keep up with this is a special year for New Year's. It is 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3.
Yes, sir.
12/31 of 23.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of couples that are wanting to get married on this day.
I mean, I feel like New Year's is a pretty popular time for a lot of people to get married anyway.
It is, but this is one of those. This is one of those like it's like senior skip day. You want to do it on the year that you're, like February whatever at the 2001. That was ours because we graduated in 2001. Well,
we don't want to waste the good surprise.
Exactly.
Yeah, we got to do that.
Yeah,
let's not waste that one.
Yeah. So, chapels are going to be full there.
Yeah, so for all of you guys that are going out there and you were thinking about getting married,
good luck.
You're probably too late. You probably already missed it.
The little white, you can do a drive-through one. The little white chapel out there does a drive-through one. I mean, I know somebody who got married. I know a couple of people who got married in Vegas. And at least one of them came back and had another wedding here. So...
Yeah, this one I was just reading in the story. It said that this chapel is fully booked.
Which doesn't surprise me. Does not surprise me at all. I don't know. I guess I'm not nostalgic enough to want to have a specific 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 tied to my marriage. I mean, I don't know.
See, I had to do it. I had to not 1, 2, 3, but I had to pick a date that was the same frontwards and backwards.
Was yours?
Oh, yeah.
Why did I never realize it? The first one or the second?
The second one.
The second. Okay.
The second one.
Okay.
Yeah, for everybody that doesn't know, I don't think I've ever told that.
You haven't. So you don't have to if you don't want to.
No, I'll tell everybody.
But
I don't care.
It's poignant and actually was for a reason.
Yeah, it was. I'm married, but I was married twice, and people are like, "That's weird." Like, why?
It's not weird. It makes sense for what
it's the same person.
Yeah,
it's the big thing. Normally, people are like, "Oh, you got married to two different." No, the same person.
She didn't get it annulled 6 months before the other one. It's fine. It's fine.
I got married during the actual pandemic, and that was done online because we couldn't all get together and do that thing. And so we did a second one that was in person for everybody to come and have a party. So
which was
technically 2 dates.
A little bit more fun. The COVID wedding was a little weird.
It was way weird.
But we still had fun from me shaking my butt at the camera
yes.
to Gijo and Grandma.
Yeah.
You know, that was funny because I did that because, I mean, we have to have some entertainment. And nobody else caught it, I don't think, except for you guys and them. Because I don't know if Jean Grey's family caught it or not. That I was intentionally like standing up and showing my ass. They're lucky that my pants stayed on because I used to have the habit of mooning people.
I mean, I'm surprised you didn't actually.
Well, I didn't know that Jean Grey was going to be okay with that. I know you would have. You would have been fine. You would have been like, "Damn it, BJ, put your fucking pants back on."
I'd have been like,
"Okay, I'm sorry."
Just another day at the office.
It is just another day at the office.
That's what we do. Just another day.
But yeah, so, and then your second ceremony was that much better.
Oh, that one was way better.
Way more fun.
Well, the second one had an open bar. And an open bar is always way more fun.
Farva. Open bar, dude!
That was my rule.
I know.
I was like, of all the things in the wedding planning process, I was like, we're having an open bar.
I know.
I was like, I don't care about anything else. I will die on this hill.
Oh.
It worked out well.
The other cool part about your guys' reception was the how you guys did the food, which this is a little tip out there for anybody getting married. Go to one of those, I don't know what those are called. What are those establishments called? Because there's specific names.
I have no idea. I call it an indoor food court.
Kinda.
Obviously, which is, I mean, a food court is typically indoor, but it was like, it's in essence, it's like, say, 6 different food trucks that are all inside of a building.
Yeah.
That's probably the best way to describe it.
There were 6 different restaurants in there, and you guys gave us all gift cards, and they went to all of them, and you got to go pick what you wanted for dinner. And it was amazing. It was one of the coolest things I've ever seen. And then the leftover gift cards, you guys went and bought a whole bunch of pizzas for the rest of the evening because it was an open bar, and people were getting a little drunk.
Jesus. Everyone was hammered when they left that place. Everyone. She's got family members that normally don't drink. It was the only time I've ever seen them drunk.
Wow.
Like, they were shit hammered.
Good for them.
Yeah. I was proud.
Good for them.
I was like, I'm glad you actually came and had a good time. All right.
Gijo, don't play like you've never seen me without my pants on. Don't play.
I mean, we were on Facebook Live. He might put his ass out there.
I might, but I don't want to get banned. I don't want to get banned.
Do you want me to put a little strip? Do you have like a painter stick? I could put it down the middle so the crack doesn't show.
Yes.
Be live action blur.
So my chewing gum doesn't pop out. What am I talking about? I'm too fat. They're not going to see that anyway. Oh, good times. Good times.
Good times. Good times.
Good times. I forgot to touch on this at the beginning of the show.
Oh, yeah. We got a new addition.
Right behind us, we have added a little bit of wall art. Thanks to my niece, who actually really loves our show because, you know, she likes to apparently listen to the dumbasses.
She's got bad taste.
Because she has horrible taste. She did this yesterday, and I think it looks amazing.
It captures our fat faces
it
really
does,
well.
like, wonderful.
Like, we're both
and
just...
I will say this, and we can't really flip the logo around just because of how our faces are oriented, but we are backwards. Because Mike always sits on, or Blanc always sits on the right side of the table, and I sit on the left side of the table. But our faces are switched.
But I mean, that's how we did the logo in the beginning. So that's what it's going to be. It's going to stay that way. We don't just change it because I sit on this side of the table.
Shout out to Katie also, who originally designed the logo, my sister-in-law. So now your stuff's everywhere.
All over the place. You are worldwide.
Sis taxed me, too. She taxed me to draw it. If you're listening to this, I'll get you your money tomorrow, okay? Just calm down.
She needs her movie check.
She does. She's all about that.
Give her her movie check.
Whenever she needs that money, boy, she is on it like a tax collector, like a debt collector. She might try to put a warrant out for me.
Hey, maybe don't be such a deadbeat and pay your goddamn bills, okay? And then she won't have to track you down.
This is my 3rd paycheck for the month. Calm down. It'll be okay. There's no tax, or there's no bills coming out of it. It's fine. All right,
good. He's got a little money to spend.
It's the play money. I just gave her Christmas money.
Hey, your check is in the mail, lady, okay?
I just gave her Christmas money. That's gross, Gijo. That's so gross. Mine's not dirty. I wipe my butt. I take showers properly too. We discussed this already.
And he's and we're sharing personal stories today. Jones has bleached his asshole before.
Twice.
Yeah, just so you guys know.
It's fun.
So it's not super brown. It's actually kind of a little pink.
It's fun.
It's fantastic.
You should try it.
He said it burned like a motherfucker.
You should try it.
But it's a nice, clean balloon knot.
It's fine. Chicks dig scars. It's fine. So gross. I don't know how we segue into the next one.
I was I was going to be like, speaking of chicks and scars, I'm going to skip that one and go to the next one. We had a woman in Alabama who says 1 in a million. This is freaky and weird to me. So freaky and weird.
I'll let you read the story, but this one isn't as freaky and weird to me because I actually read an article the other day on something else, which I will share when you get done with this one.
It's so for me, it's fucking weird because she delivered 2 babies from 2 uteruses. She has 2 uteruses, and I think it actually said she had 2 cervixes as well.
Yeah, it does.
So she had both of those. She had one baby by
third and fourth kid.
Yeah, she already had 2
previously
kids.
She had 2 kids and had no issues, like they were only in one uterus, that type of thing.
We didn't have twins.
But apparently there's only a 0.3% chance of this happening in women. So I guess it makes sense that it is
It's weird, bro. She had 2 different wombs, and it said that she had the first delivered by C-section. Oh, sorry. The first was delivered the old-fashioned way at 7:45 p.m., and then the second was done by C-section 10 hours later. That is just...
It is weird.
That's a lot.
It is a lot.
Like, hats off to her.
Like having... And normally
that's
when you have twins, it's out of 1...
Even then,
you have double, and that's a lot of like growing room in there. Yeah. I mean, I don't want to try to. I don't want to offend this lady in any way. No.
She's
God, amazing for it. But like,
well done by her.
It's one of those anomalies of life where you're just like, what? No, what I was gonna say is I can't remember where I read it out of. It's been a while. There are some women who have 2. I don't even know how to say this without it coming off weird, but they have 2 vaginas.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I don't know how that works. I really don't, but yeah, that's what I have read somewhere.
Nowhere in the story does it say that she has 2 vaginas.
No, not at all. It's
I want to be clear that we are not talking about the lady in the story. She is not the one that had 2 vaginas.
No. I read it somewhere else, and I was like, I don't understand how that works. Miracle feats of life, and obviously all kinds of weird medical things happen with people. But yeah, I was surprised you threw this story out there because I was just like, how do we fit that in?
Well, I mean, it was weird.
It is weird.
Anytime
it's weird medical stuff.
Also, this is the most dead week in journalism of the year because everyone's on vacation. Nobody's working right now. It's between Christmas and New Year's. Nobody works, apparently. So the information we had to talk about was very limited.
That is true. That is very true.
And weird stuff like that will always just make the news because, I mean, I've never heard of a lady having 2 uteruses and giving birth to 2 different babies.
When I saw the other one, it threw me off guard too, and I'm like, it's weird, but like I guess it totally makes sense.
See? So here's how we transition from that one. So she had a 0.3% chance of having 2 babies.
There we go.
This lady had low odds as well, and she won what I like to call the thrift store lottery. We never talked about this. You ever go to thrift stores?
I do. I actually like going to thrift stores. I like going garage sailing. I like going to auctions. I am one of those weirdo people that likes to go bargain hunting.
Okay.
For certain things. Not everything. I'm not like, I typically don't go for clothes because clothes and shoes both weird me out because somebody else physically wore those, and it's kind of it's kind of dirty to me.
No, I get it.
It's kind of dirty to me.
I can do the shoes bother me.
Yeah, that's
the
the big thing.
Don't so much. Like I bought like a blazer and stuff, and I'm like, I have a shirt on between this and the blazer, so it's not like it was really touched by them. If that makes sense. Like I'd buy a jacket used too, because again, there's layers between. It's not
Jacket's
sitting.
Jacket's different.
I feel like that's fine.
I don't know. I feel like a shirt, like pants, as long as they're not like completely faded out and like, I don't know, they look okay. Like I could see those, but like shirts, I think it's the underarms.
Well, I could see that.
It's underarms.
Yeah.
That's what it really is.
Yeah.
And like I would never, like I don't wear skinny jeans, so that would never work out for me. You know, for the crotchal region.
I would say so you're definitely out on underwear. You're not going to buy secondhand underwear. You're not going to hold them up and be like,
if they're super,
no stripe in that one, we're good.
If they're
we're
superhero,
good.
maybe.
If they have a stripe?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. Superhero underwear.
I didn't know if you wanted to have some with a Darlington stripe in it.
No, I don't need a Darlington stripe in them. Hopefully they turn them inside out and you can tell it's very, very prominent. That's gross.
Bleach.
Yeah. Gross.
Bleach does wonders.
So, no, this story actually, I would love to have this happen to me. But
shit, me too.
I don't know, like,
I don't know
have
about
the eye
stuff
for
like
this
this.
type of shit.
Yeah.
So, a lady...
Miss Jessica Vincent
Yep.
in Virginia.
She was at a thrift store, and a vase caught her eye. And apparently out there, they have cheap Goodwills because some of the ones around here are not cheap. They like to overprice shit out of everything, even though they get it for free.
True.
She bought a $3.99 vase.
And it's cool. I know you guys can't see this right now, but I'll describe it. It looks, honestly, like an Absolute vodka bottle.
Yes.
But it has a green and brown stripe that goes around the bottle from top to bottom.
It looks
spiral
like a custom
pattern.
paint job, but
It is a custom paint job.
But I think it's actually glass. It's like blown glass, maybe, or glass that's been put in a mold.
It is blown glass, 100%.
Well, it's not worth $3.99.
No. This lady hit a little mini lotto.
Ain't lying.
She took it to the right auction house, put it up for sale, and it brought in $107,100.
She hit six figures on a $4 vase.
On a $4 purchase.
And this
That does
person,
not suck.
the person that bought it is from Europe. So, yeah.
Private individual. They remained anonymous.
Good for them.
But yeah, I mean, this thing is actually really apparently kind of a big deal. It's who made this? They said it was made on the island of Venice. It's in Murano, and it was actually
been
made
making stuff
by
since the 13th century.
So it was made by Venini Glass Company, and it was designed by an Italian architect, Carlo Scrappa, who died in 1978. Do I have to say that now? We probably have to do, don't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, with the turn. Okay.
Because then they might be like, well, if you said it's from the 13th century, was this
Correct.
1278?
No.
Was it 1378? So what I'm curious is how the hell it ended up over here.
Right?
That's the part that I would love to know the history of this vase.
Said this was part of a series created in 1942. So I'm wondering, 1942 would have been World War II. We would have had some GIs over there.
Maybe
they
GI
saw
brought
it,
back over
grabbed it,
and
brought it over, and that's how it
entirely
got
possible.
here. That'd be my guess. That's what I'm thinking right now. More technical
Technology,
to
man. Technology. Whatever, man.
My goodness, we
Whatever,
are
the TV
having. We're struggling
the TV
so
has
bad
decided
right now.
to shoot shits, and all of a sudden, and I don't know if it's turning. I don't know what's going on over there.
You have to cut me, Mick. Cut me. I can't see.
I'm done with this. So done with this. So dumb. And now this is going to kick back over, and who knows what the hell's going on.
Dude, did you know that auction houses took this big of a cut?
Yes.
I was looking at this, and so she sold it for 107, and the auction house got 23 grand out of it.
Typically, auction houses take anywhere between 10 to 25%, depending on what the value of the thing is.
They got her here.
So yeah, she kind of got taken a little bit, but not the worst thing in the world. So I mean, she still made 83 grand off of it. I mean, she's going to pay probably 10 or 15 in sale or in taxes off of the money for that. So
not
for
a bad
$4,
haul, though,
she
man.
still made over 50 grand on it.
Oh yeah.
And like this is one of the things that like I wish I knew a little bit more about it, because like I know there's people that like to go around with a black light and shine it on crystal, and if it turns green, it's uranium glass, and it's like worth money. But you have to have like a black light to be able to tell, because some of it's like green, and when you shine the light on, it's no longer green, so it's not like uranium glass and things like that. But one thing about currently, and it's our generation's fault, and it's Gen X's fault. Have you seen how expensive old school video games and shit like that are now?
I'm
annoyed by this. You what? You stopped paying attention?
Yeah, because I don't buy them, so I'm like,
I get it. But like right now, you have an original Nintendo with what, 10 or 15 games?
Yeah, probably 20.
Somewhere around it. Okay. You could probably ask $700 or $800 for that and get it.
Wow, that's stupid expensive.
Absolutely stupid.
Guess what I'm not going to do? Sell it for $700 or $800.
No, you're going to hold on to it. No, I get that. But like, I've been legitimately looking for a Nintendo 64 because I loved playing Star Fox.
We talked about that. Yeah.
And
yeah.
If you want one with the expansion pack, because that seems to be the rare item right now without going on websites like DK Oldies and a few other ones that sell that, they sell theirs for about $250. It's about new prices when they came out.
Yeah, and that was almost 30 years ago?
Yes.
Yeah, that seems a bit ridiculous to me.
You're telling me.
I'm not doing it.
No, I know. That's like, every time when I go into like auctions or garage sales or things like that, like the first thing that I always want to look for is video game stuff. I don't care how old it is, even if it's new stuff, because you can still put PS2, PS1 games online for $10 or $15. You get them for $1, ship them out. That's not terrible.
No.
And even places like Vintage Stock and GameStop and all, like GameStop doesn't even sell anything under a PS4 now. They've gotten completely out of
the vintage
games, which is why places like Vintage Stock and things like that are like
still alive.
Booming. Yeah, they're booming.
Still alive. All right.
Granted, they never have the good games, and if they do have the good games, they're marked up really high, which I get it.
I'm curious. I wonder what a Mike Tyson Punch-Out goes for, because I got that still too.
Last time I looked, if you had a Mike Tyson's Punch-Out and it wasn't torn up, about $40.
Not bad.
Nah. Not bad. I bought mine for $20.
I feel like it should be worth more, though.
I say so do I. But
interesting.
We're also talking about the ones that don't have the cases or the plastic sleeve that they came in, or the instruction booklet.
True.
Because if you had one with all that stuff in there, you're talking hundreds of dollars now. Especially if it was kept pristine.
Nothing I had as a child was kept pristine.
Well, neither was I. I mean,
absolutely nothing.
And what's sad and what really sucks, actually, is the fact that when I was growing up, I was a video game kid, and I wanted to get new systems. How do you get new systems? You trade your old systems in. I wish I would have had more money to be able to hold on to that shit as much as I could, because I've had almost every system going back to the regular NES. I had an NES, traded that for a Sega Genesis.
Sega Genesis for SNES?
Well, no, I didn't. I bought. We got a secondhand SNES given to us, so I had both of those. Then I traded the SNES and the Genesis for a Nintendo 64.
Oh, okay.
But my Genesis, I had a 32X with little top thing for it. I didn't do the Sega CD, but you know what I'm talking about.
I know what you're talking about.
And then I traded the Nintendo 64, for a PlayStation 1, and so on and so forth.
Yeah, right down the line.
But now, thankfully, after I got my PS2, I was old enough that I could just start buying stuff. So I still have a PS2, a PS3, a PS4. And I got one of the old school combo. It's like 3-in-1. It has a Nintendo, SNES, and a Sega Genesis all wrapped into one.
Oh, nice.
Console. But you have to have all the different controllers, which sucks. Fair. That's a pain in the ass.
You can get those, though.
Oh, yeah. That's easy stuff. But it's crazy that we've come that far, and younger millennials are driving up the price on it. Because Gen Z and the alpha kids now, they don't care about those old school video games.
No.
It's our generation.
Yes.
And a little bit of Gen X, but it's mainly the millennials that are like, I want nostalgia.
Nostalgia's a motherfucker.
It is a motherfucker.
That's how you make money.
That is how you make money. It's terrible.
Man, hey, I'm not mad. Like, if you can get out there, you go get it. You go get that money.
Oh, yeah, and my wife says that I do like to buy tools at auctions and garage sales, which is 100% accurate.
There's nothing wrong with that, though.
I'm a sucker for... Yeah, no, it's bad.
Tools, though, but I mean, like, we were talking about the clothing secondhand. That's gross. Tools, nothing.
Yeah, but
no reservations.
Yeah, but the problem is I'm like my grandpa and my dad. This is where I get it from. This is one of my unhealthy things in life. My grandpa was the guy...
Hoarder?
Yeah. Yeah. So, my grandpa was the guy that would go to auctions, and if nobody was bidding on something, I'll give you a quarter for it. So, when we went to auctions with him, he would fill up the bed of his truck with random flats, like paper boxes.
Yeah, they'll have this.
Yes. Random shit that he would never use. But because there was one screwdriver in it that looked semi...
And he got it for a quarter.
And he got it for a quarter.
I mean, why not?
When he passed away and we had to go down and clean his barn/shed out, I've never seen so much shit in my time. And it was piled like floor to ceiling. And like you had to, like there were paths in and out of it. Like it was a hoarder. Like his house wasn't like that. But the shed, yeah, the shop was,
oh, shit.
Grandpa, where's this at? But he knew where everything was. All the tools, he knew where it was. The walls lined with fishing poles, like old school fishing poles. My grandpa, where'd you get that? Oh, I got that at an auction like 3 weeks ago. There's like 10 more of them up in the rafters. I'm like, Grandpa, why? He's like, don't worry. One of these days, this will be you. And then now, my dad's getting up there in age. And like the other day, we had to go clean his garage out, me and my nephew, because they were getting some stuff put in the house, or getting a new garage door. We threw away so much shit, and I'm like, Dad, where did all this come from? And he's like, well, you know, I like to buy stuff. And I'm like,
at an auction or two,
but
whatever.
What are you using? He doesn't even go to auctions. He goes to Harbor Freight now.
That's even better. When you're coming in, you're just buying them all like brand new, and you're like, man, whatever.
He's like, you see that generator over there? It's a brand new generator in the box, and I've seen it for like 5 years. It's like 5 years old. He's like, take one of those with you. I'm like, okay, I'll put it down at the camper. We could run a space heater off of it.
Maybe,
it's
maybe if
it
works.
It works. It's brand new in a box. It's never had any gasoline put in it. It'll work.
Very confident.
Yeah, I'm confident. I'm confident it works. It's Harbor Freight. If not, I'll just go trade it for a new one. They won't ask questions. It's Harbor Freight. They don't care.
I get that feeling. I've been in there twice, both to get cases. Mm-hmm. And each time I'm just like, these people don't give.
No, zero.
They give zero fucks.
Zero fucks.
Zero fucks when I'm in there.
They're like, what do you need? Oh, yeah, it's right over here. Do you want the warranty for it? Oh, man, it's like $6. He's like, don't worry about it. Just bring it back before a year. We'll trade it out. Doesn't even matter if it works or not. We're going to trade it out for you. I'm like, so you're telling me that I can bring back this tool that I could beat the dog shit out of, and I don't need a warranty?
Marking it on my calendar. I'm like, okay, bring it back on this day.
363 days, so that I got a 2-day window to bring this back. Like, yeah, don't worry about it. What do I need a receipt? Nah, you don't need a receipt. It's fine. It's company write-offs. It's fine.
I should be clear.
Holy shit.
They're super nice. Their customer service is fantastic.
No, I love Harbor Freight. I do not talk shit on them.
When I say zero fucks, I'm not saying they don't care about you. No. I'm saying
they don't care about
that merchandise.
Replacing product.
Doesn't matter so much.
No.
Not so much.
Nope. No, I love Harbor Freight. A lot of people talk shit about Harbor Freight. I am not one of those people.
I'm becoming a fan.
What did I tell you? When you were like, hey, I'm getting a case, and I was like, bro, if you don't know about this,
you need to go to Harbor Freight.
Go to Harbor Freight, and you were like, already done. I'm like, bet.
Yeah, dude.
Like, all right, cool.
I actually got called out. I actually got...
Who called you out?
I bought a little... Okay. So, we don't talk about work, but I'll say this about work. I do have to go into an office a couple times a week. And no one has assigned desk anymore. So, it's just kind of like a free-for-all. So, I used to have a fan because I'm fat and I need a fan.
And it gets warm in office space.
Right. It gets hot.
Yeah.
So, I always had a fan at my desk, but now I can't do that anymore because I don't have a desk. So, I bought a little portable fan, and I was like...
Is it battery powered, or is it plug-in?
No, it's got a rechargeable battery in it.
Yes.
So, it's very convenient, but the problem is I didn't want to get it torn up because it's not big.
Yeah, it's just a little mini
shop. So, I had to go get a case. So, my ass went to Harbor Freight and got a little case, And so when I pull it out, like the case is about yay big.
Yeah.
And so I pull it out, people are like, what the hell? I mean, it's like, it looks like a Pelican case. So like, what is he bringing out of his bag?
And then you roll out a fan.
Just fan. Bow. Sit it down. And I feel good to go.
One of your coworkers talk shit to you about it. They were like, why do you have a fan in a hard case? Why?
Because I value my fan. I value it. Okay.
Like, I need non-warm air blowing on my face.
Yeah.
That's what I need.
I need to cool off.
I like it.
It gets fucking hot.
I like it. I'm not gonna lie.
I don't feel bad about it.
Oh, and you shouldn't. This is sad, kind of, because I don't really use power tools enough to really give a shit about Milwaukee and DeWalt and all that kind of shit. All my power tools are Bauer. They're middle tier shit from Harbor Freight, and you know I've never had one fail on me.
No.
The only thing that I've had is the very first battery, and it was my fault. Failed on me because I left it on the charger too long. Not the product's fault. My fault.
User error.
Absolutely. And you know
It'll get you every time.
You know how long I had that battery? 5 fucking years.
Oh.
I got 5 years out of the battery.
You're fine.
My fault.
You're fine.
Not the product's fault.
No, yeah. And I mean, honestly, you and I are not professional tradespeople.
I can do just enough to get myself in trouble to have to call somebody and say, hey, man, I need you to come help me with this.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. Like, we don't need tools that are top of the line because I'm going to use this like twice.
Yeah.
While I own this house.
Yeah.
I might need another one when I move to another house, but this house, I'm going to use it twice and we're going to be done.
And the sad part is like, you're one phone call away from, hey, Beej, you got one of these tools? Yeah. Can I borrow it? Yeah. Pick it up when you come over here and do the show. I'll get it back to you in a week. Get it back to me when I need it. I don't care.
It'll be fine.
Do you need a charger to go with this tool? Here, take it to your house. Leave the charger there. You can have this battery because I have 6 more of them over here. I don't care. Because it cost me $30 to have a 5 amp hour battery. I don't give a shit.
Yeah. Like, and it's still going good. I don't care.
Yeah, I don't
good
care.
to go. Good to go.
Yeah, we were talking about the weed eater and a few other shit from there like a while back. Like,
that's a good call. I didn't even think about that.
Dude.
I need to get not now, but I would like to get a big leaf blower vacuum, like the whole shebang. And I'm like, I really don't want to go spend one that I'm really going to use once a year.
Yeah.
Like, literally, that's all I'm going to do once a year when the leaves come down. Maybe twice. Maybe I'll do it on 2 different weekends. Whatever.
You probably use it twice.
But not a lot,
No,
man.
no. Go check out their shit. I mean, they have corded versions of things, and in my opinion, on a leaf blower or to suck up, to tear it up, I would get a corded one, not a cordless one, because to me, cordless drains down a little bit faster. And
they're not as powerful either.
Right.
When you're plugged in, you got a steady stream of energy.
Yes.
And like even computers, a lot of times with the laptop, when it's just running battery, it's not going to be as powerful as when it's plugged in.
Because when you turn it to make its most powerful thing, it drains the battery faster.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah.
I'm okay with corded shit like that. I have no issues with that. So,
I need to go to the chiropractor, dude. I'm dying.
Dude, your neck's horrible.
Oh my god.
Can I punch you in the neck or something?
Maybe you
Would
should.
that help?
Maybe you should.
Oh my god.
God damn it.
It's that time of the show we're going to switch to sports, and I just happened to look at the Cleveland New York Jets game, and it's 20-7.
Please tell me
Cleveland.
Okay, please tell me Cleveland's winning.
Bro, our old man friend
Flacco
is destroying shit, bro. Flacco is the man.
Old man Flacco is
absolutely
doing his
thing.
The thing. So here's the fun thing about this: the Browns, who have now played 4 different quarterbacks this year, are going to go to the playoffs, and they're probably going to beat the Chiefs in the first. Well, actually, I don't think they're going to play the Chiefs. We'll look at the bracket later, but I think we're actually going to get the Bills more than likely.
Yeah, we most
and they'll probably smoke
providing
us.
they make it. Yeah,
I think they're going to make it.
I think they will too, but that's
they're going to win this week.
Yeah, they are. Unfortunately. So, let's talk about the first bonehead thing that has happened this week, which we're not going to get into the article just yet.
There have been many bonehead things that happened this week.
I think we should start. You have your Fat 4. I think it's time for Jonesy's bonehead decision of the week.
What do we got?
And the first one is the award goes to the Packers organization. Have you seen this shit? Have you seen it? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
About Alexander?
That's his name, right? Isn't it Jamari Alexander?
Yeah.
Or am I fucking that up? I might be fucking that up.
No, that's fine.
But I know you're talking about.
They suspended him. Green Bay, Jair. It's Jair.
Jair. Sorry, my bad.
Yeah.
My bad. Sorry, bud.
They suspended him for one game this week because he messed up the coin toss.
Not messed it up.
He's messed up the
fucking
coin toss.
jackass. He's a jackass.
He didn't say the correct thing that they wanted him to say.
It's not. No, it's technical. You need to be very technical about what you want to have happen.
I get that. But why does he deserve a suspension for that?
I don't think he was supposed to go out there. I was reading an article about it.
So I read that too. He was
not one of the captains.
I read that too. That he decided. Well, that just came out today.
It upon himself to go out there.
Dude,
jackass. And that would be why you had a suspension because you weren't even supposed to be fucking out there.
Before that, I was like, why are they suspending this guy for?
Because he's a jackass.
Because he's a jet. Well, I was like, well, okay, maybe he didn't know the verbiage that he needed to say. I get that. It is what it is. But now he chose himself as a captain for that week, not the team. And I'm like, oh.
See, LaFleur had conversations with the elected captains for the week and said, here's what we're going to do if we win the toss. And Dum Dum was not a captain.
Apparently just walks out on
just goes out there.
Because they were supposed to choose tails, not heads.
Right.
And he throws out heads, and then when they're like,
happens to win.
Hey, you won what do you want to do? I want the defense going this way, not defer.
Right. I want the defense. And they're like, wait, what? Thank God the referee clarified for him.
So you mean you
wanted to
defer to the second half and you guys want to go this way? Yeah, that's it.
Bro. So, honestly, I know you're saying it's a bonehead move. I think it's a bonehead move on his fault or his part.
I think it's both. Because, and the reason why, the reason why I say that is there has to be a coach that's responsible for making sure that the correct people, the correct personnel, are walking out on the field.
See, the correct personnel was walking out on the field. He took it upon himself to walk his happy ass out there with them.
And there had to have been a coach responsible to go, why is he walking out there and not go?
What are they going to do, run out there and grab his ass? No,
absolutely. 100%.
No, that is a grown-ass man. You don't go grab him. Now, what the other captain should have done is pushed him out of the way.
Okay,
no. This is us.
Thing. Yeah,
we can put some blame on the captains for saying,
I put the blame
bitch,
I
move.
put the blame on everybody. Then that's the bonehead organization of the week. Then because you let him walk out there, your fellow players who obviously he doesn't have the C on his chest, because that does change, except for one or two players who have the full captain logo thing that has it on there or whatever. But you chose three. We'll say they chose three captains, and four people walk out there. Somebody's not going 1, 2, 3, 4. Somebody doesn't fit out there.
You don't count. No. You don't count for. It's not a play. It's a dead time in the game.
Somebody's responsible for that, though.
The captains know who they are and know, hey, we need to go out there for the coin toss.
There is a player personnel somewhere that failed.
Not for that.
Yes.
I would almost venture to guess no team in the NFL has a coach designated to watch over the captains go out for the coin toss.
And you know what?
Who the fuck does that?
And you know what? Then maybe they should.
Or maybe you should not have dipshits on your team run out there and do stuff they're not qualified to do.
No.
We always talk about you got to have a little self-awareness.
Yeah, no, I know.
A little responsibility. This is not your thing. This is not for you, bro.
But this is the other bad part. During the coin toss, everybody's got their eyes on the coin toss. The head coach has his eyes on the coin toss going, are we going to be on defense? Are we going to be on offense? What's it going to be? And then LaFleur's not like, why is Alexander out there? No, okay, yeah, no, I'm going to be over here wiping my butt with Aaron Rodgers' handkerchief from last year. Sorry, I didn't mean to bring him up. I apologize. We agreed that we were not going to bring him up.
Well, you did it.
I apologize.
He's living in your head, rent-free. He's got you. He got you.
He got you,
bro.
He got you.
I didn't bring him up.
Did
I bring him up?
No.
You did.
I know.
He got you.
This is what I told you last week.
Sound like.
This is what I told you last week.
He got you, bro. He got you. He got you.
This is what I was saying last week.
Or you just brought him up in conversation?
I didn't say he wasn't living in my head rent-free. He was living in you and Nick, whatever his name is. What is his last name?
Nick Wright.
Nick Wright, that's it. I always want to say it's Sirianni, but it's Wright.
No.
He'd be living in that man's head rent-fucking-free.
Sirianni's a jackass. Nick Wright is awesome.
Yeah, That's why I wasn't trying to mess it up.
Yes.
Because I do love some Nick Wright. He is amazing.
Big fan.
Yep,
Big
100%.
fan. And you're welcome, by the way. When I sent you that, and it was like damn near verbatim what I had said, and I'm like,
but it's exactly what I said last week. I was like, you guys are allowing that shit to happen.
And then I love that he did, since you already brought him up. I don't know if you saw, I sent you that rant for Nick yesterday.
Yes.
Where he's like, he's the most disingenuous athlete. And I'm like, well, he's kind of right.
I didn't say he was wrong. I agree with him. He is incredibly disingenuous about everything.
Yeah.
Because he's grown to become the villain. That's just where he's at in life. In life, not in the football field. In life, it's like once his marriage ended with that one lady, I can't remember what her name was, one girl that he got married to temporarily for like a little bit.
Hasn't he even lied about people he's dated?
Yeah,
like fake relations.
Yeah, but like
Jesus Christ,
it was never like out there as much
God.
because everybody liked him until that situation and his whole. Everybody says that that the Packers shit on him, and then he shit on the Packers, and it I think was a mutual shitting on both sides.
Meh.
It was mutual.
Yeah, we're not gonna go down this rabbit hole again. I'm not. Like I said, I'm done with him. We'll talk about him next year before the season starts.
What did I say? September 24th of next year, we can talk about him.
Right? Yeah, right before the season starts.
I made that mistake, and I apologize. That's my bad.
I didn't do it. I just want to be clear that it was not me.
So let's move on to another dumb organization.
Ooh, my favorite dumb organization.
This one is close to home because it's 8 hours away from us, and
dumb babies.
It's the Donkeys.
God bless you for being stupid. God,
your organization has got to be the biggest dumpster fire. Lately,
God, they are absolutely atrocious.
So I'm gonna let you lead into this. I'll leave this one to you because this is amazing to me.
So we've talked about this before. We talked about when he signed about how I was adamant that this contract was terrible.
Yep.
I don't know why you went and gave all this up. You gave up draft capital. Then you gave him a shit ton of. It wasn't all guaranteed, but there's a lot of guaranteed money. Plus, you got him paid like he's, at the time, like a top 5 quarterback in the league. And he'd had 2 down years in a row. So the Broncos and this deal didn't make sense from the very start.
Nope.
None of it made sense.
And they signed him for 7 years, $242 million, which is what the extension and everything else comes out to be. Because the contract term says it's only for 5 years. However, it is not for 5 years.
Correct.
It is longer than that.
It is longer than that because there's
an extension.
It was a 5-year extension, not a 5-year contract.
2-year contract that was already there.
Exactly.
No, I don't think any of us knew this part of his contract either because everybody said from the get-go, this contract is horrible.
Yeah, 100%.
On so many levels.
Everybody did. Nobody was like beating their chest saying, yeah, the Broncos crushed it. Nobody.
And the Broncos gave up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 total players. and those were draft picks. There were quite a few draft picks in there, but 8 total players.
Not all draft picks because Drew Lock was in the trade.
I said some. Well, I didn't mean all of them, but there were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 draft picks and 3 players. Drew Lock, Noah Fant, and Shelby Harris. And then 22 and 23 various picks mixed in there. So 8. Yeah. 5 out of the 8 were draft picks.
And then 3 players.
3 players. So it literally hosed their franchise. And then when they got their new coach, which I can never remember his name. Sean Payton, thank you, sorry. They gave up more draft picks to get him. There was like 2 or 3 more, so they gave up like a total of 10 or 11 or 12 picks for 2 people.
One is a coach that's never going to be on the field.
Correct.
The other was a quarterback who ain't done shit on the field for 2 years.
Correct.
And you gave up 5 draft picks for him.
Correct.
Plus 3 other players.
So,
plus millions and millions.
We learned this week, and this was early on in the week. I believe it was Tuesday. It might have been Monday or Tuesday. That the Broncos were...
We didn't have anything on Christmas.
Tuesday. You're right. Okay. The Broncos were benching Wilson. But we had no idea why yet. No idea yet.
No, but I mean, we were like, this is coming. But it didn't make a lot of sense because they had been on a hot streak. They had a winning streak going.
They were playing really good.
Which I told you it was bullshit. It was fool's gold, and I was like, get off of this train because
they were still 7-7 or 7-8 now, which they're still in the hunt for the playoffs.
Technically, they are. But it's like,
But then we find out today Or yesterday?
Yesterday. We
Right,
found out yesterday. This is broken, and I want to give credit to where credit's due. This is Bleacher Report's Jordan Schultz is the one who broke this story.
Go ahead.
The Denver Broncos decided to bench Russell Wilson to avoid triggering the additional $37 million in guaranteed money he would make if he suffered an injury and couldn't pass a physical by March 5th, 2024.
So
that's where we are.
Some great agent, and I don't know who his agent is.
Wait, we got to go back further than this.
Okay,
so we just found out. We just found out now.
Yeah,
they're doing this.
Yeah.
This has been in the works for weeks.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry.
This was first
Kansas
floated.
City in October 29th when they beat Kansas City for the first time
Schultz
in 16
reported this.
times.
Yeah, it was. They had a 16-game win streak. The Broncos come in. Was that Kansas City or was that on the road?
No, I think it was here.
One we won, the other one we lost. Doesn't matter. So right after that, 2 days after that, the Broncos organization went to Russell Wilson, Schultz, and said, hey, we're going to need you to go ahead and sit on the bench because we don't want to get hurt.
It was at the Broncos.
Okay.
I just looked it up.
They're like, so you're either going to have to sit down or we're going to have to renegotiate this contract and take this guaranteed money out of it.
Which he gave him the finger.
Which he should have.
Absolutely.
The whole point of signing this contract, you looked at it, I looked at it, we agreed, we signed it. We don't do this bullshit.
Nope.
We don't, in the middle of a season, renegotiate and say, we need you to take guaranteed money out.
Yeah.
You can fly a kite. I am not going along with this.
Is
good for him for telling them where to fucking go and shove that shit.
This is one of the most ridiculous things that I think I've seen in a long time. And what's his face from Carr? This happened with Carr last year.
Very similar, yeah. Very similar.
Not the same situation, but similar because it was only $13 million. That if he played so many snaps or whatever it was and didn't get hurt, or there was some weird thing about his contract last year at the end of it where he was scheduled to make $13 million if he was still on the roster by like January or February something of last year, and that's when they traded him to the Saints because they didn't want to eat $13 million. I don't know how you're in the middle of potential playoff push. The potential
you're
to
in
win
the race,
division,
but you're in the race.
You had a chance to win the division.
Here's the even worse part.
That's the stupid part.
You still have your starting quarterback.
Yes.
Most teams in the AFC do not. It's you and like two other teams.
Yeah.
It's the Chiefs, the Broncos, and the Bills all have the starting quarterback. I guess the Ravens technically do right now too.
Yeah.
Lamar
not hurt
Jackson's yet.
Yeah.
It's probably coming.
I hope he doesn't. He's playing really well this year.
No, I'm not wishing him ill at all. Not at all. But for such a down year in the AFC, when you still have your guy and you're on a win streak and you go to him and you're like, hey, we're going to need you to sit down or we're going to take some money away? What?
I don't understand
would
that.
ever agree to that?
Like, it makes...
It's absurd.
It makes no sense to me whatsoever.
Absolutely absurd.
I don't know how a general manager of an organization can go, hey,
with a straight face.
We gotta sit him. And the coach, like, I don't think that Russell Wilson and Sean Payton are vibing very well.
Not at all.
I don't think
it's been very clear in the past couple weeks. It is not going well.
You sent me the contract situation because I was like, well,
I thought it was important that we have the actual
cut.
details on the contract.
Absolutely. And I was like, well, maybe he just gets cut. However, if they can't trade him, there's $85 million of dead money for 2024. $85 million.
For 24 and 25. If they cut him,
money.
That is insane. That is starting quarterback money that you're just going to eat and have nothing at quarterback. Like, that is literally tying one arm behind your back for the franchise and saying, go win.
The only thing that I can think is maybe they see someone in the draft, which there's not really a whole lot of great quarterbacks coming out this year in the draft.
Well, before the season started, we thought there were some really good quarterbacks coming out of the draft. Yeah, and then as the season unfolded, we were like, ooh, y'all should have came out last year because it is not looking great right now. A little rough. God, that makes me
now
happy.
I feel like the Broncos are like, shit, maybe we do need to
we
need to bench him. We need to bench him because we can't afford for him to get hurt and lose $37 million more in this contract because we can either save $37 million in the franchise money, or we might have to pay him if he gets hurt. And maybe we can get Caleb Williams if he falls far enough because of his shit in the bed at the end of the season and them playing like absolute
And there's
garbage.
others, like Drake May is still very high up there. Penix jumped in his stock. He is very highly regarded. Like, there's a lot. I shouldn't say there's a lot. There's honestly, there's
a handful.
I would say we have another situation where we have 4 quarterbacks go in the first round again this year, which is, that's fine. Like, that's a good draft class. If you got good four good ones to come out and they're actually going to produce, great. Good for those teams. I'm kind of happy when I look at that number, the $85 million that the Broncos will have in dead cap if they cut him.
With it. It's so sad, and like,
oh, it feels so good to be right.
If they keep him for 24 and 25, the potential out in 2026 is they still have 4 years left, but it's only $31 million in dead cap space,
which is better than 85.
Which is even more ridiculous, man. It's crazy because, like, what organization we're like, oh yeah, we're okay with $37 million if he can't make, or if he can't make a physical. How the fuck do you sign that? Like, legitimately, how do you sign that and be like, oh yeah, that's a great idea? No, that's not a great idea.
I mean, that's the Walmart family.
It is the Walmart family.
They got owning that team, and they're like, money doesn't matter. And then we get to the situation, and all of a sudden, the money does matter.
Money apparently does matter.
We went from we'll spend on whatever we want, however much we want, to, oh shit, we need to save some money. This guy sucks, and we got to get rid of him.
Terrible.
Moving on. Like,
terrible.
What?
Absolutely fucking terrible.
Yikes.
Well,
so are they gonna be Jonesy's bonehead too? Because I feel like they're
co-bonehead. We have co-winners for boneheads this week.
Co-boneheads.
It's fucking dumb. That just utterly amazes me as to, I don't get it. I don't get it at all.
So good. God, that's so good. It makes me so happy.
Let's talk about the Chiefs Bengals real quick, and then we'll get to your Fat Four because okay. So I'm not for sure why Jamar Chase thinks it's a great idea to say that the Chiefs defense is garbage and that they don't have any. Which, have you seen this?
He didn't say they were garbage. What he said is they're not that good. They don't have anyone on defense. They don't have a Jalen Ramsey. I'm like, did you forget that Chris Jones absolutely wrecked your offense in the AFC Championship game last year? Like, absolutely wrecked it.
Did Jamar Chase get 100 yards?
Did not.
He didn't. No,
did not.
No, he Watson shut him down.
You know what I'm going to bet this week? I'm not going to bet on the outcome of the game. I'm going to bet that Jamar Chase and T. Higgins, neither of them get 100 yards. You know why? Because they're not going to. Because this defense shuts people down. Snead is going to, whoever he's on, and McDuffie, they'll trade back and forth. It doesn't matter. They are going to shut these guys down. They're going to peak at 80 yards, maybe. So, what did Devontae Adams have last week? He had like
60.
20. Did he? I thought it was like 20 on 6 catches. It was super small. It was something ridiculously small.
All I know is after the first quarter,
he got shut the fuck out.
Well, it wasn't that they got shut the fuck out.
No, they all got shut the fuck out.
There were no completed passes for
the
next
they got
3
shut
quarters.
The fuck out. Their only points came off boneheaded plays within 6 seconds on the game clock because the fucking Chiefs were terrible.
We're not talking about that game.
God, they were awful last week. So bad.
Your PFF.
Yeah, don't put this on me. It's PFF.
No, this is PFF. Has the Bengals at 9th, which I still don't see how that's possible considering Joe Burrow is out. It doesn't make sense to me because their defensive rank is 24th. Kansas City's is 11th, which, once again, how do you go from 10th to 11th when you gave up like 120 yards of total offense the entire fucking game and you gave up 6 points?
Yeah, I was going to say your point total was under a touchdown. It makes no sense.
6 fucking points.
And I feel like one of those field goals was on a short field.
Yes,
like
because
it wasn't.
Of the turnover.
It wasn't even like they drove the length of the field. It's the defense was dominant last week.
The defense is continuing to carry the fucking load, as we've talked about all goddamn year. The Chiefs' defense is not the problem.
It's not. It's not.
And I hate to say this right now, but I think it's true. Pat's the problem right now, and I don't want to say that. Because he's such a great fucking quarterback, but he's the problem right now.
I don't think he's the problem.
He's trying to overextend plays. He even admitted himself in the press conference on fucking Wednesday.
He has to.
He doesn't have to if he'd get the ball out of his fucking hands. Stop taking sacks, throw the ball away, get rid of it.
Yep.
Stop being Mickey.
But you're saying bullshit because in the Raiders game, he wasn't overextending. He couldn't get rid of it quickly because the Raiders pressed. They had everybody within 7 yards. Their whole scheme for the game was, we bet you won't throw it deep, and we didn't.
2 of his picks, 2 of his interceptions.
That was a bad throw. That one was a really bad throw.
One of them was bad. He was going out of bounds.
And he said he got duped. Pat said that he got... No, he did.
Bullshit.
He got duped.
I know
he didn't know he was sitting on it. He got duped.
Kiss my ass.
He did. He got duped.
I'm not talking about the pick six. I'm not talking about the pick six because the pick six he was sitting on. I'm talking about the interception that was further down the field where he could have went out of bounds or he could have just thrown the ball away. What's he do? He tries to get cute and his wide receiver gave up on the play. MVS gave up on the goddamn play, and instead of just throwing the ball away like you should when you're trying to scramble, he tried to hit MVS. What has MVS proved this entire goddamn year?
He can't catch the ball.
Bingo. Stop getting cute with it. There's only 2 wide receivers that you're throwing the ball to, and one of them's not even a goddamn wide receiver. One of them's a tight end. He picks and chooses where he hits Watson, which I love because I actually like Watson as a wide receiver. He's not terrible. He's not great. He's not a 2. He's a 4.
He's number 2 on this team.
He might be a 6.
He's number 2 on this team, unfortunately. Goddamn.
But he, other than the one game where he had 2 really bad drops, he's been pretty solid. Rashee Rice is the only one that he has any kind of confidence in. It sucks, and it's horrible that McKinnon is out right now because he's a great catch out of the backfield.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand. Like, there was a sequence last week where they ran screens back-to-back, one on one side and the exact same play again on the other side.
To Kelsey both times.
Both of those got fucking blown up for no yards.
Do you know why? Because I just told you. The Raiders were sitting on the line saying, we know you won't throw deep because you have shit for wide receivers.
And I understand that.
So is that Pat or is that the wide receivers can't get...
Nope.
But when they get open, can they catch the ball? No. What is the wide receiver paid to do? They're paid to catch the goddamn ball.
I understand that. But if you know, and I guess this is partially on the coaching staff too, because Pat doesn't check down. Pat does not fucking check down, and he's got to start checking down to people.
He has been checking down.
No, he
Look
has
at the throw
not.
chart for the Raiders game. He had 4 passes
and
beyond
3 of them got
10
picked.
4 passes beyond 10 yards. What does that mean? That means everything was a goddamn check down.
He has no
everything was a check down. You're saying he needs a check down.
It's not a
Everything
check down.
was within 10 yards of the line of scrimmage.
That's not a check down, though. A check down
It
is closer.
is.
A check down is 5 yards and let them make the play behind it.
Look at the fucking throw chart. He checked down constantly.
No,
yes, look at the throw chart of the Raiders.
I'm not worried about the flow chart. When you look at it.
That's it. That's all he did all game. He was checked down Charlie all game long. All game long.
No, because he's trying to extend the plays too far.
He does do that.
That's the difference.
He does do that. But then he ended up doing what after that?
Well,
throwing it away, checking it down. Because he was trying to make something happen because he has shit for fucking receivers.
But then 2 series later, he's back to fucking trying to overextend stuff. It's
what he does.
I know it's what he does.
It's what he's always done.
This is why I said some of this has to fall on his shoulders.
Oh, 100%. But like you said,
Pat's fault, right?
He has admitted, I don't know if it's Pat's fault. I think this is the coaching staff.
Can we go there?
And
Can I go there?
You absolutely can just throw it on them because they share a lion's share of the blame for this bullshit.
And you may not agree with me on this because we've had an argument about Eric Bieniemy leaving. I will say this, and I will die on this hill. Now, him leaving and nobody stepping in to fill the vacuum of how tough he was on his players is part of the problem with the offense. That dude is stickler about everything and would call people out on the regular. I don't think Nagy does that.
He may not.
And I think that vacuum has happened.
But did anyone say this when Eric Bieniemy left? You didn't. I didn't.
No.
We
because
both were
we
like,
didn't know that was the problem.
Bye, bitch. Get the fuck out of town. I don't care. I'm not blaming it on him. And I'm not blaming it on Nagy. What I'm blaming it on is Veach and Reed coming into the season knowing, here are your receivers. Here's your, what did I say earlier? We have a 34-year-old tight end that has been showing signs of decline the past 3 seasons. And you went, this will work.
We have Noah Gray, though. Hold on, we have Noah Gray, the second coming.
I never said Noah Gray was good either.
You did. I didn't say
I'm just saying, like, we knew coming into the season there were question marks.
I know.
And those two particularly were like, we're good, we can make this work.
Because they have Pat Mahomes.
Wrong.
That's the problem.
Wrong.
We are relying, the Kansas City organization and fans alone are relying on Pat a little bit too much.
He is human.
Absolutely.
I'm not saying you got to go out and give him the Bengals wide receiver room.
Oh God, if we had that wide receiver room, Jesus
Just
Christ.
give him some fucking options.
They thought they had a few options. They thought, which
again, that's the coaching staff and Brett Veach.
I know. Well, and the other problem, and I can't remember, it might have been Renee that said this because I didn't think about this. Their wide receiver coach is brand new.
Yeah, I said that.
It might have been you. It was Renee. Somebody told me this the other day. Yeah. I didn't realize that, and it makes sense because he's not a veteran wide receiver coach. He's brand new, which means you have really young wide receivers with what? One veteran and Watson? That's
MVS
it.
MVS is a veteran.
MVS is trash. And
that's the whole point of this exercise.
No,
they are all trash.
I know. But everybody was so high on MVS when he came over, and those people that were Green Bay fans were like, you can have him. You can have him, bro.
It was the exact same situation. So Chiefs fans did the same thing for MVS that Bengals fans did for Orlando Brown.
Oh, yeah.
They were like,
absolutely.
Oh, yeah, we got him. And we said,
which I was going to say.
Sucker.
I was going to say, I cannot wait until Amenahu or Furious George, because I haven't really been seeing his name lately. I can't wait till they just blow by him.
Oh.
I cannot wait.
Oh, it's going to happen.
Because Orlando Brown,
it's going to happen.
As every Kansas City Chiefs fan knew for the 2 years that he was here, or 3 years, whatever it was, garbage.
Oh, yeah. I mean, no, he's average.
Serviceable. Sorry, he's serviceable.
He's average. He is an average left tackle, which is great. He didn't want to get paid average left tackle money. He wanted elite left tackle money. And, bro, you ain't elite in any sense of the word at all.
I know we rag on Jawan Taylor like there's no tomorrow.
I really don't think he's that goddamn bad.
But I will say this. Crosby didn't do shit until the play was extended too far. That's when Crosby got off because Taylor can't stay on him the whole time.
He was on the side with Morris. Morris got beat a couple times.
He did.
He's a rookie.
Oh,
I don't expect him to go out there like I'm not going to shit on him at all. That's not happening.
70, I think it was like 65 or 70% of the snaps, Crosby was on Jawan Taylor's side.
It wasn't doing anything.
Nope.
No, yeah, the one sack that he got was it was Mahomes.
It was Mahomes trying to extend the play.
I guess what he does.
And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, either Reed or Veach said last year when they got Jawan Taylor, it was majorly to stop Crosby.
Oh, that's nice.
And
I like that.
Taylor stops Crosby on the reg. And I love it.
Yeah.
Because Jawan Taylor gets shit on all the time.
But he's not that bad.
No, he's not.
He's
a good right tackle.
He was picked on at the beginning of the year.
Absolutely.
We talked about that with Collinsworth
Absolutely.
being his douchey self.
Yep.
I'm not going to say anything bad. Like, do I think Jawan Taylor is playing up to the contract? No. I think he's more of the serviceable tackle, and I feel more like the Donovan. Well, here's a problem. I was listening to people talk about this earlier. They signed Jawan Taylor with the understanding or the thought process that he was going to be able to play left tackle.
Yes.
He clearly will not be able to play left tackle.
No.
So you overpaid in the sense that you thought you were going to have a guy that can move back and forth, or at least no, that's not what you have.
But it's not a horrible mistake. It's a bad mistake, but it's not a horrible mistake.
We'll see. I mean, we've got a lot of things to fix this offseason, so we'll talk about that later, and we'll see how that goes. But
so
not great so far.
I still think the Chiefs win this week. Will they cover spread? Probably not.
Oh, God, no.
But
spread right now is 7. There's not a chance in fucking hell they cover that number.
I think it's a 3-point win.
Honestly, I'm not.
I think it's 3.
I'm not 100. They're going to win this game.
Really?
Yeah. I was 100 last week. They were going to win that game. I was like, there's no way they lose to this team. They're going to go out there. They're going to roll it down. They're going to win by 3. Like, I didn't think they were going to curb stomp them, but I was like, yeah, they'll get the win. And then I saw that performance.
True.
What have they shown me the past 4 weeks that make me think they're going to go out there and win this game?
You're right.
Not a goddamn thing.
Right. Well, let's get to your Fat 4 and close this episode out.
Man, I don't know about the Fat 4.
Last week
was rough.
It was very rough.
Last week was rough.
After we had just given you kudos, that's what sucks. Is we talked it up last week.
I mean, we'd had some good weeks.
Those teams shit on you.
Bad.
Like, they shit on you horribly.
Bad. I'm looking at you, Niners. Did you forget that you had a number 1 seed in the other conference coming into play?
Right?
Did you forget that part of it? What the fuck were you thinking? Anyway.
4 picks.
That feeds into this week. So, yeah. We went 1-3 last week. It sucked. We're still in the money. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, you're still 17, 15, and 4.
We're getting back this week.
Yep.
First game. Rams are laying 5.5 at the Giants.
Is DeVito or Dinavito, is he starting this week, or do we know yet?
DeVito was benched for Tyrod Taylor, and it doesn't really matter which one of them starts. I don't care.
No, I know. I will say that Tyrod Taylor looked pretty good last week.
He did look good.
He looked pretty good.
You get that bump once.
Punctured lung and all.
He looked good the first time he played, too, and then he lost his job to DeVito. And then so when you get that situation, if you got 2 quarterbacks, you don't have one.
No,
That's the old saying.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
So
absolutely.
Giants, you're at home and you're going to get embarrassed in front of your home crowd. Enjoy that. We'll take the Rams in the points. Next up, what I just say last week, the 49ers fucked me over.
They did.
They got embarrassed.
They hosed you, sir.
But they got embarrassed.
Oh, embarrassment's not even the correct word for that.
What happens after you get embarrassed?
You come back and
you go on the road and
somebody.
You absolutely put a beating on whoever's in front of you.
That's what happens.
That is what's going to happen. The 49ers are a 13-point favorite at the Commanders. And look for the 49ers to win by 21.
Ooh. Okay.
Next up, Falcons at Bears.
Are you really taking the Falcons over the Bears?
I'm taking the Falcons in the points.
Oh, my God.
In the points.
My God.
Falcons +3.
Oh, my God.
Honestly, this is not all my prediction.
Mm-hmm.
I looked at the money line just to see where the bets were coming in at.
I got you.
Dude, so much money is on. Like 91% of money
on the Falcons
is on the Falcons in the +3. So I was like, I don't like to go against the Sharps. I'm going to go with them this time.
Okay.
So we're taking the Falcons. Not on my recommendation, on the guys that bet a shit ton of money.
Okay. Your last pick, I think, is... I can't believe you're going against him.
I don't want to.
I cannot believe you were going against the Bake Show, baby.
When I got rocked last week, shook my confidence. Shook it. I wasn't feeling great. I said, what are we going to do? We're going to throw an audible.
The Bake Show.
So what are we doing? We went with all road teams.
Wow,
all road
I did
teams
notice that.
to throw.
I did notice that.
We're like, we got a hard reset. How do we do that?
Bro,
all road teams.
I don't see the Bake Show losing, man. That dude is on a roll right now.
He can win. He just
on a
can't
roll.
win by 3 or more. He's got to win by 1 or 2.
I honestly, the Saints are playing like absolute shit, and we are seeing. I have always, and you know this, I've always stuck up for Derek Carr, even though he's been with the Raiders. I like Derek Carr. I liked him in college. But we are actually seeing what Derek Carr really is, and he's not that good.
Well,
he's really not.
Yeah.
There are some issues with the Saints organization office as a whole, but you still have Alfred Kamara. You still have a couple of your wide receivers that still get open. Yeah, your offensive line's a little shaky. Carr's management of the games and his decision-making is atrocious. They're 7-8, and that's saying a lot because I feel like the NFL this year is really, really like
parity is there.
Yeah, the parity is there.
Off the charts.
It's crazy.
But here's one reason that I'm going against Baker because you know I love him. We've given him a lot of love on this show. Last week, what did Baker do? The Jags came in town and he rolled them.
He made Trevor.
He made Trevor look like shit.
Well,
but Trevor is hurt too.
Trevor is hurt again, and it's crazy that they're continuing to roll that man out. And by the way, do you remember way back at the beginning of the year when we said that Joe Burrow needed to sit for a while?
Yeah.
And we said it eventually would catch up?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, guess what happened 2 weeks ago? Finally caught up. I just want to throw that out there for TV land. Because we said that at the beginning of the year, that they needed to stop putting him out on the field in the first 3 weeks.
100%.
It was going to come back and bite them at the end of the year.
And it did.
That.
We knew it was going to happen. And that's
that.
What happened last week with the Bucs beating the shit out of the Jags is the reason I'm going against them this week. They're not the kind of team that gets on a roll and just dominates people,
that's true.
They're the ones that get fat and happy, and they're like, everything's fine. Well, guess what?
And then they get rolled.
You got a division opponent coming in trying to get a fucking bid to the playoffs. They're going to bring their shit.
Well, yeah, because
you better be ready.
Because what's crazy is the NFC South. Tampa Bay is 8-7, Atlanta's 7-8, and New Orleans is 7-8. So you've got 3 teams that are all within a game of each other, which is nuts. Absolutely nuts. And if New Orleans beats Tampa Bay, they take over number 1 for the division.
This New Orleans bet. So I'm going to show you where the money lines up again.
Yeah.
So for this, 82% of the money is on the Saints.
Damn.
82.
That's crazy.
While only 62% of the tickets are on them.
That's crazy.
82% of the money is.
That's
Which
crazy.
is why I'm talking about the Sharps coming in betting heavy.
Yeah.
I'm rolling with them on this one. I am not. I learned my lesson last week when I took my little
I
ass beat, and I
with you.
said, "All right,
I agree with you.
I know what's up.
I'm not questioning you.
I know what time it is.
I get it. That's
So
crazy,
that's
though.
it. There you go. We're going 4-0 this week. Enjoy. 4-0.
Ooh. Okay.
I'm ready for it.
I can't believe you picked all NFC teams, too.
Yes.
You didn't even look at the AFC this week, did you?
Oh, I did. I hate those games. I hate every single one of them. Every single one of them is terrible.
This is outside of your Fat Four. Completely outside of your Fat Four. Minus tonight, because I probably would have taken Cleveland at whatever their line was tonight. Because, well, I believe in Joe Flacco all of a sudden. I don't know why I do, but I do. I think there's a little part of me that really wants to see the Browns succeed. I don't know why.
Well, it's because like the Lions. They were just as bad as the
100%.
Lions. You want to see a little, some good stuff for the Browns fans. I know what it's like to watch a shitty team. I did it last week.
You didn't want anything to do with the Miami and Baltimore game?
Nope.
You didn't want anything to do with the Las Vegas and Indianapolis game?
Like, what do you... Here's why. Miami, Baltimore. That money's split. It's 47-53.
Oh, is it
Tickets, 50-50. Like, it is not...
What's the Saints... Or, I mean, not the... God, I'm all over the place. The Vegas, Indianapolis.
Oh.
What's that one?
That was actually going to be on the list until we look at this. 73% of the cash is on the Raiders.
Are you shitting me?
73%.
Wow.
And they're getting 3.5 points.
Okay.
And I went,
see,
nope.
You pay more. This is why I ask you, because you pay attention more to this stuff than I do.
Not doing it.
Absolutely. Viewers or listeners, this is the reason why.
It's a little lesson in betting.
Yep.
We stay in our lane for a reason.
What's the Panthers Jaguars? Just
God,
curious.
it's not good either. It's not.
Is it
good.
only 7?
82% of cash is on the Panthers at +6. 82%.
Wow. Tickets are at 60-40 too.
Am I going to jump in front of that train? No. God, no. God, no. I'm not doing it. So that's why there are no AFC games. Because everything you think would happen in these AFC games.
This is why I ask. Because it just dawned on me when I looked at your Fat Four, because I did look at it earlier yesterday whenever you sent me the stuff for the week, and I was like, oh shit, these are all NFC games. What do we got going on here?
Last week I did go against the Sharps on 3 of the 4 games, and I was like, fuck them, I know more than they did. I did not. Lesson learned. I knew nothing more than those people. So shit on me.
It happens.
Yeah.
It happens. Well, I hopefully this weekend is good. New Year's is Sunday night.
Yes, sir.
You gonna go hang out with Korean Elvis this year?
No.
Oh.
There'll be no Korean Elvis. We have not done Korean Elvis.
You haven't done that in
like
like 3 years, haven't you? Since COVID?
Our New Year's Eve dates have kids now, or have a kid, and so we don't go to the bar anymore.
Oh. Yeah, we don't go to... Well, I haven't been to the bar in a long time.
Right.
We go to house parties.
Right. So now we're the house party.
But we're having
crew.
something here, so...
So we don't have... I mean, it'd be kind of cool if we invited Korean Elvis to our New Year's Eve. That'd be pretty dope, actually.
I mean, I'm not going to lie. Maybe next year, we need to go see Korean Elvis again at Tanner's.
I like it.
I think we do, because we need to karaoke.
And it was a fun time.
Oh, God,
we used to go to
amazing.
Tanner's every New Year's
Eve.
Eve, and that was a
going to hang out with
blast.
Korean Elvis. And no, we're not being racist by any means. It's a Korean guy who plays Elvis. And
legit Korean Elvis.
He is fucking amazing, and I wish I knew that guy's name, and I wish I knew his information.
I really wish we give him a shout out right now, because I cannot.
Because that dude is awesome, and he's super nice.
Such a good time.
He gets drunk with the crowd, and just it's a party.
It is a party.
It's a New Year's party.
It's a good time.
Yes, sir. Well, next time we have a show, we will be ringing in. We will have already rung in the new year.
That's true.
And big things coming next year. We'll kind of throw this out there a little bit so that you guys can maybe plan for this. Our 40th episode, we plan to have a little bit of a party.
Yes, there will be a party of sorts. We need to get on that.
We I'll maybe next week we'll kind of throw it out. That way it's a couple weeks out and we'll keep reminding. But we're actually going to invite you guys to come hang out with us live.
Yeah, we will.
And we can make some drinks. We can make some food. But I'll let you guys know a little bit more about that in the future. I got to get a hold of a guy to make sure that we're good for it, which I know we are.
I got a guy.
Because
I got a venue.
We already have one guest for that show.
True story.
But because of the venue, I actually want to have a second one.
Oh yeah.
That way we have 4 chairs, and I think I know the setup, and I think you're gonna like it. We just got to figure out that second guest.
I'm going to have to get a producer for this episode because there's
we
no way we're going to be able to do
manage
this stuff by
ourselves.
ourselves. There's no way.
Because I actually thought about talking to Simmons and seeing what his guy would maybe charge us for a one-off.
We'll talk about that off.
Well, yeah, we're going to talk about that off air. But I thought about that, and I was like,
I got an idea of what it costs. We're not paying it.
Okay. Well, it is what it is. We know people enough that'll come help us.
We'll be fine.
We'll be all right.
We'll make it work.
His setup was pretty cool.
It was pretty sweet. Pretty sweet.
Well,
that's it, man. That's all I got.
That's it.
I gave you everything I had. Legit.
There's a little bit left in the tank.
I don't know, man.
But we're not going to talk about it this week.
Okay.
We'll save it for next week.
Okay. I like it.
Thank you guys for everybody that tuned in. Gijo, thank you for your 26 comments. Love you. There's 3 viewers left.
Later, Gijo.
Love you, guy. Think we're out.
All right, man.
Peace.
Bye.
Bye, Felicia.